Morning class, and brought to you by the new Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter. 20% to go, or well, 19.99. It's 90% to go. Here we are, the last 2 pages of Chapter 3 of our Amazing AracKnight Spider-Man graphic novel. So much fun. We're crafting our beautiful story. And what I'm going to do is not only I'm going to have Chapter 1 go right into production and start getting drawn, as Emil's delivering my final pages on Pharaoh, but I'm also going to have Chapter 2. Emil, I was going to go out to the Philippines this September, but unfortunately, Super Manila Comic-Con falls on the same goddamn weekend as the opening weekend of football. So I don't know if I want to go. I love football. I don't want to miss opening fucking weekend. So what I had is Emil reach out to his community of artists out there in the Philippines, and they're all sending me their pictures and portfolios, and I want to get Chapter 1 and 2 into production. And if we can get them going and really get some weight under it, I'll get Chapter 3 going into production and see if I can hire somebody else. I'd like Emil to do them all, but unfortunately with the scheduling and timing, I want to get this fucking thing done. I found one guy so far, everybody they sent me is as good as Emil. So, let's get to the end of our story, the layout, Dr. O, Mayor Norman Osborn. We've got action scenes, we've got fight scenes, we've got killer scenes, we've got gory scenes, we got it all in this particular issue, and now we just got to cap it off with a really cool ending. Let's get to the previous 2 pages, and we'll start mining some fucking comic books. The mining part is almost irrelevant at this point. We know what we want to do story-wise. We're just looking at ideas for dialogue, ideas for action, and every now and then we pull one thing out of each comic book, which is the goal. We want to mine each comic book for at least 6 panels and 6 dialogue bubbles. Page 20. Alright, so we're going to do, 21 and 22. Alright, so we've got Commissioner Stacy. Tell me your plan, son. You used me to convince the mayor to use his weaponry, which you more than likely will agree to since he secretly wants you to clean up his mess. Problem is, after that, you're in his debt. That's the beauty of the mask, Commissioner. I could take down the mayor with my other face. And what resources would you use then? You could play detective when all this is over, Commissioner. Perhaps you can even sit down for a pot of tea. Maybe invite that daughter of yours along. Harumph. With the only thing separating them a thick pane of glass tower and a glass shell, Dr. O and Norman stare each other down. Good evening, Doctor. How nice to see you survived your ordeal. Good evening, Doctor. How nice to see you survived. Just survived. You left me to die after stealing my knowledge. I'm going to save you the slave. Close upon Norman doing his best to stall Dr. O. And then what is next in your master plan? After you slay me, do you really think the citizens of this city will bow down and call you king? That radiation did more than take your legs. It's rotted your brain. I know you worked very hard to get to this point, Doctor, and I will admit that you are currently in checkmate. So allow me to offer an olive branch as a way of negotiating for my life and those of the city who I serve. What if I give you your old job back? What if I give you complete control of Oscorp Tower to be your new home, your base of operations? You're not the only one with a self-destruct button, Doctor. This technology that you've built, that I've mastered, it'd be a shame to waste. On second thought, open fire. We see a strike team of small AirPods swoop down and open fire on Dr. O. SFX of the firing on the Doctor, shattering the glass bubble and seemingly taking him out. Dr. O is seemingly riddled with bullet holes while Norman looks on maniacally smiling. You are pure evil, Dr. Octopussy, and your kind has no place in either Empire City or the wastelands below. So on behalf of all my constituents, go to hell and stay a while. All the drones and spotlights follow as Dr. O seemingly plummets to his death down the tower a la King Kong. SFX of the plummeting. Page 22. Dr. O's chair and tentacles crash below at the base of Oscorp Tower as the Commissioner and Spider-Man pull up to the scene. Looks like we're going to have to go with Plan B, Commissioner. Spider-Man and Commissioner Stacy push through the crowd and cops. Several cops try to grab Spider-Man, but the Commissioner stops them. It's okay, boys. He's in my custody. Back off. We see the dead body of Dr. O in the shattered glass pod. There's some sort of recording, a buzzing sound coming from the body. Like Jack Nicholson in Batman 89. There we go. SFX of the light buzzing. It's a hell of a way to go out. This doesn't make any sense, Commissioner. The doctor considered himself a meticulous planner. He wouldn't have jumped the gun on this, not after waiting so long. You speak as if you know this man. I know what motivate. Did you hear that? What? There's a buzzing. Upon closer inspection, we see the body is not Dr. O, as several small nanobots start crawling out of his eyes, nose, and mouth, almost like cybernetic roaches. SFX of the cybernetic roaches escaping Dr. O's body. Something coming out of the doctor's eyes. That's no doctor. That's a robot. See, I like that. That's no moon, that's a space station. That's no doctor. That's a robot. Panning out, we see that Dr. O was a robot, which gives off sparks as the nanobots leap out and spread around the crowd to take their strategic positions. Everyone scatters as we hear the voice of Dr. O. SFX of the sparks and scattering. You are correct, Spider-Man. It is unfortunate that I cannot be there in person for this moment. But as always, the mayor cannot be trusted. The nanobots plug into the communications jack of Oscorp Tower, which plugs into the mainframe as it takes over all the screens around or on the tower. We then see the screen start to show the various executions of the Sinister Six from Dr. O's archives. You don't have to... Parcel pending. Hey, I bought one of those Amazon fucking kill the bugs towers. Fucking thing, I ordered it last night. It's here. Goddamn Amazon. We then see the screen start to show the various executions of the Sinister Six from Dr. O's archives. You don't have to show the full screens, just pieces in the crowd gathered around reacting. Your mayor, your chosen leader, is no more than a callous con artist. He is no man of science. He has brought forth no innovations. He is a murderer, a monster, a goblin who dared to play God with those who had forged his wings. And there we had it. We ended at that page. So, when we left off with Norman Osborn, before he was taunting Dr. O, right before page 22, just really quick, I want to go back to 21. We got rain. Thank God I swam this morning. We had Dr. O scaling the tower, which is what, these two men are playing chess. And even Spider-Man said they're using the city as their fucking game, as their game board. But the only thing separating them, no, we already did this. Let's go to page 20. Like a monster rising out of the deep, we see Dr. O rising from the docks in his full tentacled mode, crawling to the surface like the creature from the Black Lagoon. SFX of the water cresting off his construction. Whatever we're up against, I'll be glad to be on the right side. That side even exists, because both combatants in this colossal tussle plan to use the city as their battleground. You're right, son. There is no right side in this one. The doctor has a legitimate beef with the mayor, and the mayor will claim he was doing what was best for the city. And with the alternatives lying below us, he will have the backing of the people. It'll come down to man versus the monster. What if the mayor was exposed for his methods? Then you would make a valuable enemy. Now I'm understanding the mask. I can have one made for you, Commissioner. As we did this, what I want is the art direction. We did King Kong already, so we have to go back to page 19. All right, here we are. That's where we are. Okay. Cutting back to Dr. O, still in his monstrous machine state, we see him lighting up a cigar. He smokes and looks at the carnage. Again, I'm going to face him alone. We did all this shit. Steady must be destroyed. The specimen tank holding the lizard. We cut to a close-up of the sinister grin of Mayor Norman Osborn, which matches the sinister grin of Dr. O, almost showing them like a split screen and Hulk shot of each other being the two sides of the same issue. We pan out and see Norman entering a private lair in his tower. We can see various weapons and even some Easter egg, ancient creepy goblin masks showing some of his backstory or a mysterious link to a cult. Something to play with. Spider-Man and the Commissioner speak over the panel, which we did. Only you can convince the mayor to let me have access to his tech. Oscorp is right up there with Stark during the war, but apparently he's MIA. And the mayor won't welcome me with open arms. Lose the mask, come clean with the ongoing scene, and I'll do this for fortune and fame. We close in on the prized piece of Norman's weapons gallery, his goblin cave, if you will. We see him staring at his goblin glider, which is on display and shining in a brilliant platinum color, as it still looks like it hasn't been turned on as of yet. Norman stares at it with awe and ambition. So what we're doing here is we're setting up page 23. We're going to have an explosion with the indication that we think, of course, that Dr. O just blew up the mayor and killed him in his office. Or Norman fucking set a self-destruct for his office and got the hell away in the goblin glider. We got to play with it a little ambiguous. And then we got to drop a little bombshell at the end of the issue. So let's lay out the art. We'll mine the comic books with some dialogue. Suddenly explode. The crowd stands on in awe as the cops surround the chaos unfolding around Oscorp Tower. We center in on Spider-Man and Commissioner Stacy. All right. Got the dialogue in my head, so let's just go. Well, so much for that plan. Commissioner. Seems the doctor is one step ahead of all of us. So what next, General? Now, what next, Commissioner? I'm at your disposal. Then we have SFX of an explosion. From above. Dr. O could threaten Spider-Man or threaten to tax the city. Robin Hood thing he could be collecting for the wasteland. Let's save all that for next issue. Panning up, we see that the roof top of Oscorp Tower explodes. Seemingly explosives. Seemingly taking out Mayor Osborn up top. SFX of the explosion. Panning up, we see the rooftop of Oscorp Tower explode, seemingly taking out Mayor Osborn up top and sending debris downward. It shouldn't explode. Like, it shouldn't explode. Okay, no. Panning up, we see that the rooftop of Oscorp Tower explodes in a severing motion. almost as if the explosives decapitate the tower, cutting off the office, the roof top office, and sending it rolling down. Oh, I love this. Rolling down the tower. Seemingly taking out Mayor Osborn up top and sending debris and sending him downward, crashing into the gathered crowd, while the signs and screens show his true nature and evil. SFX of the explosion. So Spider-Man just says to Commissioner Stacy, so what's next, Commissioner? I'm at your disposal. SFX of the explosion. Spider-Man will say, crowd. Ben will scream up the crowd. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Get to work, Spider-Man. They say, get to work, Spider-Man. Spider-Man shoots like a gunslinger, clearing the crowd. Spider-Man flashes like a gunslinger, while the Commissioner and cops clear the crowd. Spider-Man flashes like a gunslinger while the Commissioner and cops clear the crowd. He shoots up two long, thick strands of web and springboards himself upward towards the descending office. The descending office structure. Let's get rid of these notes for now. I'm going to start fresh in the next issue. Springboards himself upwards towards the descending office structure. In a series of moves and quick thinking, we see Spider-Man webbing together a gigantic, thick web to catch the falling office structure. You can use multiple panels on this to express the motions or save it to show off the web off the giant web being constructed from all the neighboring towers and buildings. Even a passing taxi. If you can fit it in, you show how quick and crazy Spider-Man must act to construct the web. SFX of the rapid machine gun like web shooting and construction. So giving him like 8 in a series of moves and quick thinking. We see Spider-Man webbing together. Why is that? Why is that? Webbing together a gigantic thick web to catch the falling office structure. You can use multiple panels on this to express the motions or save it to show off the giant web being constructed from all the neighboring towers and buildings, even a passing taxi. If you can fit it into the show, if you can fit it in to show how quick and crazy Spider-Man must act to construct the web. SFX of the rapid machine gun-like web shooting and construction. So now we just got to get some dialogue here, a little bit of dialogue. We can't have silent panels. It could be him saying something, more philosophy. We want something useful. So let's mine, motherfucker. Let's mine. Let's mine Amazing Spider-Man number 82, where we see the return of Electro. Spider-Man versus Electro on tonight's card at Madison Square fucking Garden. Top of the world, ma. So what do we need? We've written the first 2 panels, right? Get to work, Spider-Man. Spider-Man flashes like a gunslinger. While the commissioner and cops clear the crowd, he shoots up 2 long, thick strands of web and springboards himself. I love the springboard. Would always love when he did that. In a series of moves and quick thinking, we see Spider-Man webbing together a gigantic, thick web. Catch the falling over structure. Okay, so let's do this. Weary and dejected, a brooding youth sits motionless in the silence of his room, sadly reliving the past, nervously dreading the future. He can't keep rooming with Harry because Harry pays most of the rent, even though Harry's rich. Gwen Stacy said Peter is just in the woe is me mode. He can't get along with Flash Thompson. J. Jonah Jameson hates fucking Spider-Man. Bitch, 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 bitch. Can't afford a psychiatrist. He only imagining seeing a web dummy. He feels like shit because he's always fucking with Aunt May because he doesn't have the balls to tell all these fucking people he's Spider-Man. You really wish he would just fucking do it. Mary Jane's back in his life, but he wants Gwen, and he's not going to bang either one of them because he's a jackass and he's too busy trying to be fucking Spider-Man because the inner compulsion that makes him become Spider-Man, which makes him so dirty from fighting the kangaroo. Fucking Jonah Jameson hates him. So here we go. Harry is shaving the mustache. The Spider-Man is swinging around the fucking city, network TV, and he says, look, come on, guys, I need some fucking money. How about you put me on a fucking TV, huh? He's right. I guess like him will pulverize the other networks. So the idea is he's trying to cash in. He's trying to make some money. He's fucking with all the producers. So we have an electrical outage at the TV station that just so happens to be happening while Spider-Man is there visiting. And this guy says, don't worry, I got this. Give him a $5 raise. So you see, they treat their workers like shit. But he knows, holy shit, that's Max Dillon. Now, he is the Electro again. He's been waiting for his powers to come back to him, right? I didn't think I had to worry about anything to worry about from those other slobs. Anyway, I had a chance to test my power again. I still got to lay low a little while longer till my plans are ripe, till Electro is ready to strike once more. He really always had the stupidest fucking costume. I mean, we haven't seen Electro in a long fucking time. So they got to throw his origin ring real quick. Ordinary lineman, struck by lightning. Now we showed his death. Here we're showing it right now. So that plays into Electro again. We show him being electrocuted in the attempted murders of the Sinister Six, the architects of Empire City. Due to a 1 in a billion set of conditions, the accident gave him total mastery of the power of electricity. Mastery enough to defeat our hero during their Earth epic battle in issue number 9. His own overconfidence, he was able to turn defeat into victory. Later, the web spinner scored again. See? The parole officer's here. Max is annoyed. All right, so we're getting into a little bit of character development. Just want to tell you, I heard about your heroism in the TV studio. He hates his parole officer. J. Jonah Jameson's going to be a guest on a midnight talk show. He hates the fact that Spider-Man's going to be on the talk show. So Maxwell Dillon's like, maybe I should just kill fucking Spider-Man, and Jonah Jameson will give me some fucking money. It's been a long time since Electro has moved through town by harnessing the power of electric cables, and now he can fucking fly. They never really established what a lot of these powers are. It's what happens sometimes. If you can do a good job of explaining like a writer. So this depressed fucker's got a hot blonde coming after him. So have some fun. Here we go. Commissioner Stacy. Heard about Spider-Man being scheduled for a TV appearance. Our friend Jameson is having conniptions about it. They're going to a party tonight. Come on, get dressed up. Go to the party. Flash is leaving. I think this is a really sweet one. Oh, God, here we go. Fleeter, Flash, stop it. Why can't you two be friends? You think uniform gives you the right? Peter's just an asshole. And he's leaving. He's a jackass. Got 2 hot fucking chicks in his life. Electro's there, fucking with Jameson. He says, look, you give me $5,000, I'll take out fucking Spider-Man. I can see the headlines now. Heroic publisher squashes Spider-Man. Gwen, why does anybody give a shit about Peter Parker? He's such a sad sack of shit. Fuck Gwen. Just fuck her. Take her to the fuck her brains out, you asshole. Drives me nuts. Just say, look, I'm fucking Spider-Man. You want to fuck or what? So what do we got here in this fucking pain in the ass issue where you really just start to hate fucking Peter Parker? Now he's going to go on TV, and while he's on TV, he's got to wash his clothes. I always thought this was kind of cute. This was the infamous Bagman one. This was cute. Paper bag mask. He's washing his clothes. People are staring at him. They're all in the audience. He's coming up there. Really good show. What are they doing there? The Jimmy Sullivan? Maybe we can replace him with the Beatles. Oh, I see another insect's name. That's rather droll, I suppose. What is this? Here's Marvin. Oh, here we go. Spider-Man isn't here yet. What do you suggest we do? Maybe we can replace him with the Beatles. Perhaps he was delayed. Spider-Man swings in. He's hanging out. He's discussing things. What is it? His spider sense is tingling. Electro attacks just before Spider-Man can do anything. Jonas sees it. He's all excited, but the lights go out, and everybody's in the audience, and everybody's in danger because Electro's a jackass that doesn't know how to handle his powers. So he's fighting, and they're smashing him here. I think this is the infamous moment where he webs together his hands and feet and smashes them all into each other and electrocutes himself. I always thought this was kind of badass, yeah. Making his hands and feet touch like crossing live wires, I got him to short circuit himself. You can't do that in this story because it's already been done in the comic books, which I always thought was kind of badass when I read it as a kid. This issue's tough to enjoy because this is mostly Peter Parker being a fucking bitch. And it's really Electro's issue. It's all about really bringing Electro back, throwing him some fucking weight. 1 second. Did Electro get away? Or did the cops get him? It's too busy. Here we go. Hey. Have to get away before Spider-Man can reach me. So it's a good fight. You get a good fight issue where they beat the shit out of each other. And Electro gets away. So the idea is Spider-Man gets the W, and they live to fight another day, and he's got to pass out. So again, he's not banging the redhead, he's not banging the blonde, he's a fucking asshole. You know, the more I read this, the more I really start to fucking hate Peter Parker. Asshole. All right. Did we get enough out of 82 for some dialogue? Did it get us angry enough? Because now we get into these stupid fucking issues. This is the schemer, okay? The fucking schemer is Richard Fisk. It's fucking Kingpin's son. They do this really stupid fucking story where for some reason the kid's wearing a fucking prosthetic head to make him look older. This is when you just know Stan Lee was just starting to lose his fucking fizz with writing Spider-Man. But let's see if we got 4 panels with the dialogue here. Spider-Man flashes like a gunslinger while the commissioner and the cops clear the crowd. Clear a path, Commissioner. I promise. I'm not doing this to show off. Now, you know what? We got to get serious here. Because he's saying, get to work, Spider. There's a fucking big office falling here. Now, clear a path, Commissioner. This move has a lot of jet wash. I like this. It's kind of cute. It's a Top Gun reference here. Clear a path, Commissioner. This move has a lot of jet wash. He shoots up 2 long, thick strands of web. Clear a path, Commissioner. This move has a lot of jet wash. As effects of the shooting and thickening of web. As effects of the shooting and thickening of web. This isn't an impulsive move. In this moment, I feel confident. But I also have this bad feeling. That old spider sense. That old spider sense doing its work. In this moment, I feel this isn't like he's talking to himself. Talking to himself. This isn't an impulsive move. Like in this moment, he knows what he's doing. He's not like, oh shit, what do I do? He's saying it to himself. This isn't an impulsive move. In this moment, I feel confident. But I also have this bad feeling. That old spider sense doing its work. It springboards himself upwards toward a descending office structure. S effects of the leap and momentum. Here we go. Springboards himself upwards toward okay. In this moment, I feel confident, but I also have this bad feeling. That old spider sense. But I also have this bad feeling. That old spider sense. Telling me whatever 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 I'm about to discover, which is telling me whatever I'm about to discover about that giant corporate whatever I'm about to discover about that giant corporate boulder coming down the mountain, which is telling me whatever I'm about to discover about that giant corporate boulder coming down the tower, coming rolling, which is telling me whatever I'm about to discover. See, I do the iambic pentameter shit. Which is telling me whatever I'm about to discover about that giant corporate boulder, rolling down tower. See, a nice Indiana Jones reference. Which is telling me whatever I'm about to discover about that giant corporate boulder rolling down the tower is going to ruin my closure. Which is telling me whatever I'm about to discover about that giant corporate boulder rolling down the tower about that giant corporate boulder rolling down the tower is going to ruin my closure. A series of moves. So no dialogue here while he's doing all this shit with the webs. Well, maybe we can have dialogue here. In a series of moves and quick thinking, we see Spider-Man webbing together a gigantic thick web to catch the falling office structure. You can use multiple panels on this. Multiple panels to... You can use multiple panels to express the motions or save it to show off the giant web being constructed from all the neighboring towers and buildings. Even a passing taxi, if you can fit it in to show how quick and crazy Spider-Man must act to construct the web. I really feel like you can have dialogue here. Because it'll be a nice series of panels. Yeah, you don't need to cop out here. Let's get some dialogue here. Let's get some dialogue here. Those palpitations. Those palpitations that you feel. They aren't nerves. Those aren't your nerves. Those aren't your nerves breaking. That's your brain locking onto targets. Those palpitations that you feel, those aren't your nerves breaking. That's your brain locking onto targets. That's your body working in sync to let you know everything gonna be okay. Couldn't save. You tried to save those people. You tried to save those people on the ship. Everything is going to be okay. You tried to save those people on the ship, and you failed. But you took out the pirates. So the next ship would make it. He's having this fucking moment while he's just shooting the shit out of all these fucking webs. And rather than just make it silent about the SFX, I want him to have that fucking come to Jesus moment here. Because right now we're going to drop a bombshell that fucking Norman Osborn had his fucking parents killed. Which you're going to reveal here in page 24. We're not there yet. The schemer. Those palpitations that you feel, those aren't your nerves breaking. That's your brain locking onto targets. That's your body working in sync to let you know everything's going to be okay. You tried to save those people on the ship and you failed. But you took out the pirates and the next ship would make it. You're not in over your head. You're exactly where you need to be. Only fate, faith, decide your fortune. Oh, I always love sticking that line in there somewhere. But you took out the pirates, so the next ship would make it. You're not in over your head. You're exactly where you need to be. In the center of the chaos. You're not in over your head. You're exactly where you need to be, in the center of the chaos. And may fate and faith decide your fortune. Dude, this holy shit, this fucking screenplay came out to like 100 fucking pages. God, we're really having some fucking fun. I love writing comic books. It's a great job. Hard to hold on to. All right, we got one page left in chapter fucking 3, and we are done. We have one chapter to go in our fucking Spider-Man graphic novel. Just always been a goddamn dream of mine to write one. Not just write one, everybody can write one, but to actually fucking produce one. Taking money in my own pocket to do it. I'm gonna keep selling this motherfucker to either Marvel hires me or shuts me down for copyright infringement. Everybody gotta have an adventure in their life once. It's my Stan Lee moment. All right, let's lay out the page, then we'll mind the comic book for the dialogue. We see the moon, light, hit the cityscape as a relieved and grateful crowd looks upon the giant office, the office structure floating in a giant spider web glowing over the city. It looks like a movie set with the screens and drones and colors all hitting it, making for a spectacle that was nearly a crime scene. That is making it more for a spectacle instead of a crime scene. As the spotlight passes over Spider-Man, we see him look into the office structure and then he leaps up and quickly web crawls towards the top of the building. Or should he be in the busted office? Yeah, let's keep him in the web. He doesn't need to go to the top of the tower. Yeah, as the spotlight passes over Spider-Man, we see him look into the office structure. As he leaps down to the center console, he sees no trace of Norman. As he leaps down to the center console, he sees no trace of Norman. That's when a screen centers in on Spider-Man and shows him a picture of his parents while Dr. O drops a truth bomb on him. Close up on Spider-Man staring at the screen. Close up of his fist. There you go. Basically, Dr. O is going to say that Norman Osborn, when he failed to replicate the super soldier serum, I was thinking about this all fucking night. I was sleeping and I was dreaming about this fucking scene. Which is, again, it's good when you feel that. When you're forcing a comic book script, it's like, it sucks. And it's like, you don't want to acknowledge that it sucks. And if you're not having fun, then it's not a good story. Because if you're not having fun writing it, no one's going to have any fucking fun reading it. And you can trick yourself into believing that it's good, but you got to feel it. We see the moonlight hit the cityscape as a relieved and grateful crowd looks upon the office structure floating in a giant spiderweb glowing over the city. It looks like a movie set with the screens and drones and colors all hitting it, making for a spectacle instead of a crime scene. Let's have J. Jonah Jameson talk over this. Now, Jonah Jameson should come in at the beginning of Chapter 4. He should be the narrator that opens Chapter 4. We hear the voice of reporter Ned Leeds. This is Ned Leeds, Now Magazine. And we are arriving on the scene of what started as a crime scene. This is Ned Leeds, Now Magazine. We are arriving on the scene of what started and we are arriving of what started as and we are arriving at what started as a crime scene and has turned into a spectacle. With the one called Spiderman, once branded a fugitive, only recently branded a fugitive, now working in conjunction with the EMPD. I like that. The EMPD. This is Ned Leeds, Now Magazine, and we are arriving at what started as a crime scene and has turned into a spectacle. At what started as a crime scene and it was turned. And we are arriving at what started as a crime scene and has turned into a spectacle. With bombshells and revelations. Along with the one called Spiderman, only recently branded a fugitive, now working in conjunction with the EMPD. Great line. It's fun. Sets us up. As the spotlight passes over Spider-Man, we see him look into the office structure. Any sign of the mayor, kid? Any sign of the... He wouldn't say kid. Uncle Ben says kids. Any sign of the mayor? Any sign of the mayor? Negative, Commissioner. I didn't see any ejecting. I didn't see any ejections. I, di- I didn't see any ejections during the fracas, but it all happened so fast. I didn't see any ejections during the fracas, but it all happened so fast. As he leaps down to the center console, he sees no trace of Norman. So let's get a little omen here. As he leaps down to the center console, he sees no trace of Norman. So Commissioner Stacy will say, let's mine this comic book real quick. I feel like we know what we're gonna do here. Let's get a quick mining operation here because again I hate this fucking story. It was so fucking stupid. I'm the schemer, and I'm gonna take over the Kingpin's fucking this issue sucks my ass. Guerrilla tactics. Let's see if there's anything we can pull out of this. His name's the Schemer. He's got some weird fucking flat top head. He's going to start attacking all the Kingpin's businesses. He's going to turn his trucks. He's going to rob his fucking circuitry stores. These stupid gangsters all keep going after each other instead of building up together. So what do you know? Spider-Man's got to get involved. He's in the crosshairs. He's got to punch a guy in the fucking head. He's got to get his leg grabbed. He's got to get his webs grabbed. He's got to bang two guys' fucking heads to get it. Take some pictures to sell to Jonah. Get into his clothes. The Kingpin's coming. He gets to the car. Oh, we got hot-ass Vanessa. So what we can do out of this, what we can get out of this, especially because with Daredevil being what it is, we could do, okay, let's get it in here. Let's get it into our archives. Future cover. We're already working on it. I already got it in. We already got we have a Slave Leia Black Widow coming with a frozen Hawkeye. Future cover. Slave Leia, Steel Bikini, Vanessa Fisk, and Frozen Kingpin. We'll move that to the notes for AracKnight Chapter 4. You got to get a couple of pictures of Vanessa. Hey, we made a sale. Yay! Okay, I got the fucking cover for next month coming. Yes. Parcel pending. We'll take the text. Amazon delivered. What were they doing? Oh, camera. Photo. See, we got something out of this issue. Richard Fisk, his stupid son, was disappeared in the Alps. He was skiing in the Alps. He disappeared, so now Kingpin's pissed off. So he can't save his fucking kid. I need some hot fucking shots of Vanessa. That's not hot. Kingpin's pissed off. He's going to sell the pictures to the Globe. He's annoying. Gives him the money. He's pissed off. Betty Brant notices. Everybody fucking notices. He's got to pay for his aunt's medication. Doctor doesn't like Peter. Nobody likes Peter because he's a dick. The schemer's a dick with a stupid fucking flat top. See, I kind of like this. This is when they all decide, Flash is going off into the army. So Mary Jane gives him a nice fucking smooch. And then Gwen gives, I always love that they do this. I love that they fucking do this. Because he's going off to the war. You get a good shot of Gwen. Fucking Mary Jane Gilliard. Oh, should we get the kissing shots really quick just for the hell of it? Yeah. I think we did a kiss, kiss, bang. We did a kiss, kiss, bang, bang with Spider Gwen and Black Cat. So now I need to do a Gwen and Mary Jane one. So now Mary Jane, you see there's distance. Mary Jane is not into Harry. She's more into Peter now because Peter and Gwen are into each other. Harry's all fucking pissed off. Vanna almost takes out Gwen. She's fine, of course. He's so fucking pissed off. I can't be fucking Spider-Man. I'm going to fuck some people up. He throws a fucking spider bug on there. Gwen's got to go to the hospital. He's got to go fuck some shit up. Now he's caught up in the crosshairs in this fucking war between the schemer and fucking the Kingpin. When it turns out, of course, that the stupid fucking schemer is not really some new gangster trying to take over, when in actuality, he's Richard fucking asshole Fisk that faked his death Oh, is this the one with the office that turns? Oh no, this is just a hydraulic press. This is just your dumb hydraulic press that Spider-Man breaks and breaks out of. And he says, why can't I fucking get this done? Gwen's in the hospital. I hear you. It's all because of me. Oh, Peter wasn't there at the time. He was off being fucking Spider-Man. Kingpin takes over. We'll have to get the Vanessa Fix pictures for the next issue. I just wanted to be able to mine this issue and see what we got. Now, we didn't get anything we could use in our page because it's in our head already, but I did get the cover issue idea of Slave Leia. We have enough for a Slave Leia 3 Spectacular, so we're going to start the Slave Leia 4 archives with the frozen Slave Leia Steel Bikini Vanessa Fisk and a frozen fucking Kingpin. Old school fucking John Romita style. So there you have it. We got our 2 issues. And then what we'll do is, for the next class, we'll set up. We're going to be looking at. We'll be starting chapter 4. Let's do this. As he leaps down to the center console, he sees no trace of Norman. If he survived, it all happened so fast. We could have a bunker. He could have a bunker in the base of the building. Maybe a panic room. Well, he'll be hiding there for a while. He'll be hiding there for a while then. He'll be a wanted man after this. He'll be a wanted man after tonight. From both sides. From both sides of the spectrum. Well, he'll be hiding here for a while then. He'll be a wanted man after tonight. From both sides of the spectrum. And we'll save. You don't think he'll be able, you don't think he'll be able to spin this? Well, he'll be hiding there for a while then. He'll be a wanted man after tonight. From both sides of the spectrum. That's when a screen centers in on Spider-Man and shows him a picture of his parents while Dr. O drops a truth bomb on him across the cityscape. Here we go, Dr. O. Further proof that Norman Osborn is a fraud. In his desperation to prove himself in his desperation to prove himself amidst pressure to lose his funding and credibility, in his desperation to prove himself amidst losing in his desperation to prove himself amidst losing his funding and credibility. Not credibility. His funding and legacy. Not funding, unless lose. In his desperation to prove himself amidst losing his legacy. He tried numerous attempts to replicate. He tried numerous attempts to replicate the sacred super soldier serum. Further proof that Norman Osborn is a fraud. In his desperation to prove himself amidst losing his legacy, he tried numerous attempts to replicate the sacred super soldier serum, even going as far as to stalk going as far as to stalk, blackmail, and eventually order the execution of the leading scientists even going as far as to stalk, blackmail, and eventually order the execution of the leading scientists on the formula, or of the formula, of the leading scientists on the formula. Close-up of Spider-Man staring at the screen, which in the reflection of his eyes and glare seems to show his origin back to him. Unknowing to the city watching along with him. We can almost watch vaguely in the reflection at the chameleon shooting and murdering his parents while he looks on once again. Of the leading scientists on the formula. So Dr. O is fucking hammering this fucking needle into this fucking kid right now. He tried numerous attempts to replicate the sacred super soldier serum, going as far. Now let's save this line for right here. When he discovered the leading scientists on the formula, he tried to recruit them. Then he blackmailed them. Then he stalked them. Then he blackmailed them. Eventually, growing impatient, he ordered their execution. Shot down right in front of their offspring. Shot down right in front of their offspring. Close-up of his fist clenching, showing that Dr. O has gotten into his head and has pissed him off. Shot down right in front of their offspring. I can only imagine the trauma and effect It's almost like he's exposing him to the world, but not exposing him. He's fucking throwing his parents' execution in his face, saying, "This guy you just went there to save ordered the fucking hit on your parents." I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child. So tonight, Empire City, in the name I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child. So tonight, Empire City. We should probably move that. I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child. Let's move that line up here. Because he should just kind of save the threatening of Empire City. Yeah. He should threaten Empire City here. Close up of his fist clenching, showing that Dr. O has gotten in his head and has pissed him off. So tonight, Empire City, in the name of your judge, jury, go back to your homes. So tonight, Empire City, your mayor is no more. And I, your intellectual. I definitely spelled that fucking wrong. Your intellectual superior. So tonight, Empire City, your mayor is no more. And I, your intellectual superior, am taking the time to let you know that I am merciful. But I also can use my knowledge of this city to release. I can also use my knowledge of this city to. Do we want to do this or say we're going to save this for chapter 4? Your mayor is no more. Let's save that for chapter 4. We should make this more traumatic. End it right here with him saying, "The guy you just saved." I can only imagine the trauma and effect. Let's put that original line back here. I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child. Looking to align, to save, and align oneself. I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child looking to save and align himself with the type of creature. Looking to save and align oneself with the type of creature who would order the hit on his own parents. Would order the hit on his own family. I can imagine I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child looking to save and align oneself with the type of creature who would order the hit on his own family. You you would be defeated. You would be alone. Boom. He's got to hit him right in the fucking nuts. Close up on the fist clenching, this showing that Dr. O has gotten to his head and has pissed him off. I can only imagine the trauma and effect that would have on a child looking to save and align oneself with the type of creature who would order the hit on his own family. You would be defeated. You would be alone. So instead of Peter saying, I'm pissed off, I just went and tried to save and align myself with the guy who ordered the hit on my fucking parents. Dr. O says it for him. It's a better writing technique than to do the obvious. He ordered the hit on my parents, I'm going to kill him. Whereas Dr. O taunting the whole city after just apparently executing the mayor, cutting his head off, tower. He's taunting Peter in front of the world by not taunting Spider. But he's taunting Peter, but right now it's Spider-Man. I love this. Move this shit. Vanessa Fisk, we're going to pick that up next issue. We'll have it for next issue, but we got the idea from this class. We'll put it into the new one. Ladies and gentlemen, we're finished. We finished the Amazing AracKnight Chapter 3. 24 wonderful pages. The fucking screenplay is 107 pages. That's going to be a big fucking textbook, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see when we align it up. We'll do that before I send it to print. But look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Is there nothing more pure in the entire world than writing a fucking comic book? It's a thing, my friend. It's a happening. And I said, put it into my own fucking pocket. We're going to make two of these at the same time. We're going to put Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 into production. I think I like this second kid. I got to look at his shit again. We just got to get the prices down. May fate and faith decide your fortune. If you enjoy these books, then buy a textbook. Better yet, pledge to the newest Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter. This has been my class. We have written an entire comic book. We've written 3 comic books altogether. Oh, God damn it. We dropped right back down. Oh, that pisses me right off. We went from 19% to 21% because some piece of shit fucking asshole just dropped out. Oh, that's not how you want to start your fucking day. Fuck you, whoever you is. I hope you fucking... Oh,